Real Agriculture's coverage of the 2023 Canada's Outdoor Farm Show is brought to you by Pride Seeds. Discover the power of performance. Find out more by going to prideseeds.com.
Bernard Tobin here at Canada's Outdoor Farm Show. I'm at the Bear Crop Science location right now, talking with David Kikkert. David, how's it going?
It's great, and it's great to be here today, and there's a lot of people and a buzz of activity and excitement, which is great.
For sure. Hey, I want to talk about a new technology you're releasing here, SmartStax Pro, RNAi technology. We're talking about corn rootworm. We're talking about underground pests. What's the challenge these days with corn rootworm?
Yeah, so specifically SmartStax and SmartStax Pro do control above and below ground pests, and specifically that below ground pest is corn rootworm. Corn rootworm is a devastating pest. It continues to evolve, and it is a big yield robber for corn growers as well. So we are introducing a new trait, making SmartStax better, and adding a new mode of action to help defend against corn rootworm.
Is that the key here, David? Stacking up those traits, adding an extra mode of action, again, to tackle that pest?
Yeah, I think as we've seen some good control of some of the BT portions of below ground protection with corn rootworm. But now with SmartStax Pro, we are adding the RNAi technology to it, and that's a completely new mode of action and way of working. So again, that just helps that whole defense of corn rootworm with it.
More on that RNAi. How does that work, Dave?
Yeah, so different than the BT proteins. The BT proteins produce a toxin in the proteins for the corn rootworm to eat and to ingest and die. The RNAi actually stops that protein from being even made at the beginning, right? So it's a different mode of action, completely different, and then the corn rootworm through that does starve out. So it's, again, it helps the whole management of it, especially with areas that have maybe some resistance coming, it'll help. But it's also important that growers know that they're continuing not just to rely on this, they're all using best management practices as well. So scouting, crop rotation is probably key again as well, and really knowing which fields and which traits you can for the best overall protection.
Hey, what about availability?
Yeah, so Bayer's been testing SmartStax Pro in our field trial locations the last couple of years, and it will be commercially available for the 2024 growing season through multiple brands and in multiple maturities as well.
Awesome. Hey, let's talk about a little bit more about the Bayer pipeline. Lots of products coming out, just like SmartStax Pro. What's news in the corn pipeline? What might we see emerge down the road?
Yeah, so we have an exciting pipeline coming with new above and below ground and herbicide tolerance traits. More specifically, in the 2025-26 horizon, there'll be a new trait called VT4 Pro, which then also has western bean cutworm with some unique mode of action with corn rootworm with the RNAi technology as well. Further on to that, there'll be some more and new exciting things on our insect and our herbicide platforms as well.
Hey, what about soybeans? Anything neat there?
And soybeans, we're continuing to ramp up our XtendFlex soybeans across, giving growers some more options, especially with using a glufosinate options, and again, continually working on germplasm and for yield and performance. And then, of course, we have HT4 soybeans coming out near the end of this decade, which will be an exciting new innovation for soybean growers as well.
Great stuff, David. I always appreciate you making time for Real Agriculture.
Awesome. Thanks, Vern.